Hi guys, welcome to POMCLOSET. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very simple top. You will need the crochet hook. I'm using the 4mm hook. For this type of yarn, it's a very thick nylon in yellow, so you can use any of your favorite color. And I'm going to be using the pair of cutter, the yarn needles, a few of the stitch markers, and a measuring tape. To start with, just grab the yarn and then do the slip knot. I always leave the end for sewing later. And I'm going to be making the small tops, so I'm going to chain up to the length of the chest size. Here is the size chart. So for the size S, I'm gonna go for 34 inches. So divided by 2, because I'm gonna do the front piece and the back piece separate. So I will do 17 inches. I will chain up to 17 inches. I have the length of 17 inches. So if you need to do size S, M, L, XL, just adding more chains for the size of your bust. And what you need to do next, you just change up to 4. After chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to do the double crochets on the 7th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get back to this stitch and do double crochets. It's our first mesh stitch, and then you chain 1. Skip 1 chain and go to the next one with double crochets. So now you have 3 double crochets. And I'm going to show you the pattern that we are going to do for the rest of the top. So this is from the book, the pattern book in Italian. I'm not sure how it's called, this kind of stitch, but this is the name on the book. So we need to repeat the pattern. Good. So you do double crochets on the 1 to the 3rd change, 2 of them, and then chain 1, do 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. So you skip 2 chains on here, and then you need to skip 2 chains. You go to the 3rd chain and do double crochets, then chain 1, skip 1, double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet 3rd, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet 4th, chain 1, double crochet 5th. So you have these mesh stitches, and then you need to repeat this fan by skip 2, 1, 2, you go to the 3rd, 2 double crochet, 1 chain, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And then just repeat the 5 mesh double crochets. So you do first skip 2, and then you do double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, so you will have 5 of these, and then just repeat until you get to the last stitch. So the end of row 1, you need to chain 4 and turn the work. You do the double crochet on the second mesh stitch and chain 1. So basically just repeat row 1. So you have 3 of these double crochets, and on top of the fan you just repeat the 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And the rest of the row is just exactly the same as row 1. So in between the fans there is no change. Like this one here, you just go for double crochets without any change. So do this until you reach the last stitch, and then turn back the work and repeat this for 4 rows. So I have done the first 4 rows. So you can see according to the pattern. So you will see I have the 3 double crochets at the beginning, and then I have the fan, and then I have the 5 double crochets mesh in the middle between the 2 fans. At the end of the row I have ended up with 3 double crochets mesh as well. So for this one is size small top, the length of 17 inches. So if you have another size, you just measure the length and then just keep on going with the pattern. So it doesn't matter how many of these double crochets you end up with, as long as you have the right measurement. And for the 5th row I'm gonna change 3. You turn the work, go to the next stitch and do the double crochets in every single stitches until you reach the last stitch. So when you reach the fan section, you're just gonna go for the double crochets on 2 of these double crochets, and you remember you have 1 change in the middle, so you're just gonna do 1 double crochets on top of that stitch, and the rest just normal single double crochets in every stitches. So you do this for 2 rows. I'm now done with the 2 rows of the double crochets. So we need to do the 7th row. This time we're gonna be swapping the position of the fan. So let me show you the pattern from the book. So we have done 4 rows of this pattern, and we have done 2 rows of the double crochets row. Now we need to start from this side, and you can see the fan from the first 4 rows is in the position like this, and for the next 4 rows of this mesh and the fans row we need to position the fan here in the middle of the between 2 fans from the previous set. You change 3 and then you turn back the work, go to the first stitch and then do 2 more double crochets in the same stitch. So you will have 3 double crochets, 3 chains count as the double crochets, 3 of them in the same stitch, and then you're just gonna move on to the third stitch without any change and do double crochets. So like this, you skip 2 and go to the third one with double crochet, and here without any change, and then do chain 1, skip 1, do double crochets. So we are going to repeat the 5 double crochets mesh on this section. So 4th, and this is the 5th double crochets, and I'm gonna go for double crochets on the 3rd change. So that would be the middle position from the previous set. So you always have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these double crochets mesh. So now I have the fend in the same stitch of the next 4 sets. So basically just repeat row the previous row, but just position the fans in the middle, and the rest you will skip 2, 1 double crochets, and do the 5 mesh like this, and then do the fend and keep repeating it until you reach the last stitch. So by the way, my 7 rows I have ended up like this with the 2 double crochets mesh here. It doesn't end up like the other side, so I'm just gonna leave it like this because this is the right measurement of my bust. And for row 8 you just chain 4, turn the work, do the double crochets here, and without any change just gonna go for 2 double crochets in the middle of this fan where we did chain 1, and just repeat. The rest of the rows just doing the same as row 7, and this is 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna meet you at the end of row 10, and I'm done with row 10, which is another set of these 4 rows. For the 11th and 12th, I'm just gonna repeat row 5 and 6, which is only the double crochet stitches for the whole 2 rows, and then I'm gonna repeat row 1 and row 1 to row 4. After you've done the total of 16 rows, and you will end up having something like this. So I have done the fourth rows, so this is 1 set of pattern, and then the 2 normal double crochet rows, and then you're swapping between the fans, so that would be in the middle, and then the 2 more normal double crochet rows, and then you get back to the first 4 rows. So this is the measurement of what I need, the length of what I need for this top. So you're gonna measure this. I would say it's around 8 inches width, the length of this top when you measure it like this way. Now you need to fold this piece into half and you will get the middle part. Just put the stitch markers on. So now we need to do the straps. I have done one side of this top, which after you fold this piece into half, and then you need to measure from the center to the strap. So the length, I would go for 3 inches from the center part to the string, to where I can begin the straps. And then you just need to change. So I'm going to show you on this side. So I have positioned the stitch markers in the middle, and after you measured from the center part to here, I've got the 3 inches. So the position is on the second double crochets if you count it from the center. So I'm just gonna do on the other side the seam. So I have the stitch marker here. I'm gonna start from here. I will start from the second double crochet from the fan, the same as on this side. I have the center part and then I have 2 fans on the side. On this side I start from the second double crochet, and this side I'm just gonna do the same. Insert a crochet hook, get the yarn. I prefer to tie it, and then just chain up to 4 and do double crochet on the next mesh. Chain 1 and to the next double crochet mesh, and then you will have 3 double crochets like this, 3 double crochet and 1 change in between. And this side is the same. So the next row is chain 4. So just repeat this row, turn the work, do the double crochets on this first mesh, chain 1, and for this one, so I skip 1 chain and I go to the next, and just repeat by chain 4, and then turn the work, and just repeat the same as the first 2 rows. And the length of these straps depends on how long you would like this to be. So after I'm done the other piece, after I've done the other piece of the top, I need to put the straps on the other piece and then try this on to see how many rows I need, also the measurement. Now I have complete the 2 pieces, both front and back, and for the straps I'm just doing only one on one piece, and then I'm gonna connect the straps to the other piece. So you can choose which one's front or which one's back, it doesn't matter. So now I'm gonna get the straps that we have done. I'm just gonna try this first to see if that fits my shoulder. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put the 2 pieces together and then bring the straps to the other piece. So I'm gonna position where I'm gonna put the strap the same as in the front by folding the piece into half, put the stitch markers on. So that would be my half. And then just find the place where you're gonna put the straps on. And what I need to do is I will grab the yarn needle. These straps, I have left it for too long. Just gonna cut it. So I would say here it's my right side that I'm gonna be wearing it. I'm gonna show it to the outside, and this is the wrong side. And this is also the wrong side. So I always put the right side to the right side. And now I'm gonna get the yarn needles. And the position of the straps, I have the front one, I have 3 inches. So this one, I'm gonna go for 3 inches as well. So I'm just gonna insert the yarn needles through the stitch and move on to the next stitch. The next stitch, back loop to back loop. That's the last stitch. I will go for the double round. So now I have the straps on this side, and I'm gonna go for the other side. The straps, this one, the length is 8 inches times 2, 16 inches long. So that would be front, stretch front is around 8 inches and the back's 8 inches, so 16 inches. And I'm gonna try this on first to see if that's too long or too short. Firstly, I'm gonna do it on the other side, and then I'll try both, and I'll try this top on and then see if that's gonna be, maybe I need to reduce it or maybe I need to add. I will also connect the side, and then I can try this on. So I still have the yarn left from one of the ends here. I'm just gonna, this is the wrong size that we connecting the straps. So I'm gonna grab the ends that I still have left, and I'm just gonna put a yarn through, chain 1, and so we need to decide on this. I'm just gonna go for 2 chains and then move on to the little chain, the little holes in between the rows, both front and back. Pull the yarn through, then chain 2, try to find the holes in between the 2 mesh rows, and insert a crochet hook through the other holes on the back piece. Pull the yarn through, chain 2. So keep doing this. So in between the rows you will have where you're starting the rows, front, back, and just chain 2, pull the yarn through. So keep doing this until you reach the last stitch. Repeat this on the other side of the tops as well. and let's try this on after. I have tried the tops on and the strap is actually too loose, so I decided to take out 2 inches. So now the length of the straps is around 14 inches. So when you go round, this is the length from the other side to the other side of the top is 14 inches. So I'm gonna redo on this side and try these tops on. So the length of the 14 inches of the strap fits me well. So I'm gonna decorate the side of the top. I mean to wear the strap, so we need to maybe do something to make it look a bit better. So I would turn this top inside out. Just to have many strands of yarn left, so you just sew them in later. Now it's a vest shape, so I'm just gonna go for once this is the armhole. I will go for 2 chains, two single crochet in each of these mesh rows. I will keep going this row until I get to this part here, and then you just go for 1 single crochet on each of the stitches. So do this for both sides of the armhole, also the neckline, unless you want to do another edge, but I'm gonna keep going with these single crochets all the way around, and then we get back to do the bottom part of the trims, or the edge of the top part is done, and I have sewn all the ends in. So if you need to leave the top, the vest like this, you just do the single crochet along the top, or the bottom of this top, and you can just leave it like this. But I'm gonna do something extra on the bottom part. So I still have the yarn left. I haven't cut it yet after I've been connecting the side together. Still have this ends left, so we're going to start from here. I'm gonna go for the double crochet rows, but do the 2 double crochets in each stitch. Firstly, you need to change 3, so have 1, 2, 3. So this is the right side where we're wearing outside, and here's the inside of the top. So work from the right side and do 2 double crochets in each of the stitches. Continue doing the 2 double crochets in every stitches on this row, and for the next row you just repeat this row, which is doing the 2 double crochets in the same stitch and I will meet you at the end of the second row of this double. Here's the last stitch. I'm just going to go to the third chain and then do the slip stitch, then chain 4, and you skip one row, one stitch, go to the next one, one chain, skip one, do double crochets. So basically we're just gonna repeat the first row of the body part that we did. So I'm gonna repeat 4 rows of the very first row that we have done. I'm gonna go for 5 double crochets mesh, but chain 1, skip 1, double crochets, so you have 5 of them without any change on this stitch, and then skip 2, go to the third one, do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the same stitch without any change. You skip 2 chains, go to the third one with the double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. So repeat these mesh rows until you reach the last stitch, and then repeat 3 more rows exactly the same. At the end of the 4th row of this mesh and fan pattern, I will go for 1 single crochet on top of each chain, on top of each stitch. I have done the last row. So here is the whole single crochet rows all the way around. At the end I have cut the yarn and I'm just gonna sew this in. Any ends you have left, you just sew them in. Just weave them in somewhere so it doesn't get loose. This yarn is very tight, very thick. And the crochet top with frills, or you can call it a ruffles top, is finished. You can add the strings on the waistline here, it's optional. So you can make the waist look a bit smaller. But if you don't want it, you can leave it like this. So guys, I really hope you like the tutorial. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video.